Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this is another exclusive update that has caught my attention, and I actually can believe this. I usually say, oh my god, I can't believe Meghan Markle's done this, I can't believe she's done that, but I will put nothing past this woman at this point. So, of course, exclusive images have been leaked from inside Buckingham Palace, where the Queen's coffin has recently been received as of today. And Meghan Markle is looking directly at the cameras. Now, this is definitely a breach of King Charles's privacy and the whole palace at large. Meghan Markle knows where the cameras are at every given point, and it has been rumoured that she has given photographers inside access to private grounds that she basically has no right to do. Now, a lot of people are calling for her title to be stripped for this, and we can actually see her in these images, and she looks very hauntingly quite scary in the images, directly looking at the photographers as if she knows exactly where they are, and she's basically told them to capture her in that image behind King Charles with Harry, who looks very guilty and glum. Well, handbag Harry, of course, has to do everything that she says. Now, these images conveniently have not captured the likes of Prince William or Princess Catherine. They seem to have only captured Harry and Meghan behind Charles. So a lot of people are going mad about this, and they have basically said on this post, which is on an Instagram page, it's a gossip page that I follow, she's still looking at the camera. She looks hauntingly photoshopped. Is that a photo of Meghan being escorted out of Buckingham Palace? Don't let the door hit you on your way out, Meghan. How is she looking directly at the camera every single time? It's strange that she knew where exactly the camera was, and now she's looking directly at it. Another person has said, this is absolutely unbelievable. Never have I seen a picture like this before. Obviously a setup. Makes me feel sick to my stomach. Another person has said, I don't ever recall a photo ever being taken that zoomed directly into the palace grounds. That massive building, and the photographer just happened to be there to catch Harry and his wife. She definitely arranged this photo opportunity. This image must be banned, of course. Another person has said, this is disgusting. The family wanted no photos and to grieve in private, as they have been in the public eye for quite some time, for the last few days, especially King Charles, who has just lost his mother. This is an invasion of their privacy, a breach of their privacy, and the person who took this should be leaked, as this picture is definitely something that needs to be sued for. Karma will not treat them gently when their time finally comes. And it's just diabolical, isn't it, really? I mean, you just think that Harry's lost his grandmother, who he had no respect for in her latter years. Charles, of course, has lost his mother, and the whole nation is in a state of mourning. And it's just a really dark time. There's so many awful things that are going completely left as we stand. And then we have handbag Harry and Meghan exploiting it for all it's worth. Now, I definitely believe that this was a PR opportunity. I can't believe that they would do this, but then I can, because this is Harry and Meghan. They need content. We already know that she was running around during the memorial service with William and Kate, well, Prince William and Princess Kate, wearing a square mic on her left hip, and this is all in the name of getting Netflix content. Now, it has also been exposed, which I did touch on in my previous upload, that Meghan, of course, is fighting currently with Spotify to try and do some damage control to her own image, because the next 3 episodes that she had scheduled were actually designated attacks directly on Her Majesty the Queen and against the firm. Now, she wants them wiped. She wants to reshoot the podcast, and she wants to, I imagine, possibly put together a tribute for the Queen and her influence, of course, as her podcast is called Archetypes, blah, 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 to the Queen's impact on her life. She wants to dumb down her negative attacks in order to make herself somewhat look good. And I think that on behalf of William and Kate, they've done a fabulous job by allowing Meghan and Harry to have as much access as they want, to show that really they are the ones with the problem. Because anything that they say after this, Harry is definitely not going to be able to say, oh, they didn't allow me to have access to my grandmother. They didn't allow me to pay my respects. They don't want any of that. So this is definitely PR damage control at its finest. So Meghan and Harry are really going to be splitting hairs and looking for things to trash the firm about. So outside of that, let me just read the title, because of course, Omid Scooby, actually, who is meant to be somewhat of a support for Harry and Meghan, tweeted out this photo, and he's put, no photos from inside Buckingham Palace this evening, but moments captured before the Queen's coffin was received at the grand entrance by the family have given a glimpse, including this frame by Jeremy featuring King Charles, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. There we have it. A lot of people are now saying that they definitely have hired a PR team in order to get access to the windows, it would seem, of the palace. And we now know, of course, that Meghan Markle is pretty much trying to exploit and use, along with Harry, any given opportunity, any scrap of exposure to the media to bolster her PR career, her Netflix career, and her social media careers out in America, because they're going to jet off on the 20th back to La La Land. So someone said, how convenient, she's looking right out of the window at the very moment a photographer, or shall we say paparazzi, just so happened to have a high-powered lens aimed at the main entrance. Sorry, so this was actually taken from the main entrance. Another person has said, this means absolutely nothing to Meghan. This is just money in her pocket. She is not there to grieve the Queen. She's there to make money, stay relevant, get content for future deals, another interview, and talk more trash about this family. King Charles and Prince William have the weight of the world on their shoulders. Plus, they really are in grieving. They're grieving their mum/grandma. Everyone is watching what they do and say, and Meghan knows it. They are pulling the never complain, never explain mantra, and Meghan knows this. I do get really mad that she has the face to be there when just a few days before the Queen's death, she said she was not done talking. I hope once everything settles, the new King and Prince William will make sure to put out there what Harry and Meghan's roles are in the family. That way, there will be no more speculation. And I think that, of course, she's right. This lady is called Claudia on Instagram, Claudia Sahari. I think that she's right. I mean, William and Kate really need to put Meghan and Harry in their place. And it seems as though they're taking a softer approach. And of course, we know that Harry and Meghan's titles have not changed. So they have been frozen, dormant, in the place of what they always was. So, of course, they have not assumed new roles, which is a big plus, because we know that Lily and Archie, of course, are entitled to move up in the line of succession to become Prince and Princess. This hasn't been confirmed and it hasn't been put out there, so we don't know. If, of course, they are given the titles of Prince and Princess, I mean, it would just be diabolically terribly bad, wouldn't it? So another person has said, is that a photo of Meghan being escorted out of Buckingham Palace? Don't let the door hit you. Get rid of them. Another person has said, it may not be owned by the family, but this is still a private residence. Is there no laws against taking pictures through windows in Britain? And of course, there are laws against that. It is a breach of privacy. It's just ironic that only Harry and Meghan seem to have had this PR opportunity fall in their laps, and they're the only ones, along with King Charles, who seem to have been papped. And Meghan is directly looking, I mean, it's eerie, and she has a face of a ventriloquist doll. She looks like a stone cold, ice cold puppet, expressionless, just looking directly through that lens. So we know that she was prepared for this, and this was probably her own private photographer. With all that said, guys, I will be back with another video because it's moving so fast. There's a lot going on. So I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.